Hi, I'm Mike Mathews. What a delight to be with you, talking a little bit about blockchain, this technology that few people seem to know about. I want to give a couple simple principles about blockchain. And behind me, you see a vending machine. And let me ask you a question. 30 years ago, 10 years ago even, if you would have went to the airport and saw a Best Buy vending machine, you would have thought, boy, that looks out of place. Why did they take the store called Best Buy and package it in a digital vending machine? All you knew about vending machines was maybe soda or pop, as some people would call it, candy bars and some deli sandwiches. And suddenly Best Buy shows up with a vending machine. Well, they did because they realized they could take something digital connected to this thing called the computer cloud and allow people to walk by without any security needed because it's already at the airport. And you would put your digital print in, called your credit card, and you would buy a pair of speakers or maybe a speaker set. Or maybe a cell phone part. And it's one of the most profitable pieces for Best Buy because it's that digital vending machine, okay? And it makes sense. You go to Houston Airport, you can see them about every 500 feet almost, and it works for them. But today, with blockchain technologies, you can take almost any piece of information, a contract, a real estate deed, a transcript, and now put it in a similar vending machine called blockchain. And all you need is your digital recognition. It could be a driver's license, it could be your fingerprint, it could be your retina of your eye. It really depends how it's designed. But the concept is proven now that you literally can almost put anything into the computer cloud and have it be a smart transaction back and forth between people. And in the blockchain technology, as it continues to be advanced, is nobody can replicate my piece of information. If I buy a contract, nobody else can own that contract anymore. So this is what's happened through time. I've attended 8 different colleges or universities. And each time I applied for one of those colleges or universities, they would ask me to get a transcript from the previous one. So I got an email or pay them $8, whatever the amount was, and they put it in a sealed envelope and they send it. But the truth is, just because that university or college stamped it with an embosser doesn't mean that's the original. That just came out of their computer system. So over time now, I think I have about 350 of my transcripts around the world and nobody knows which one's the master copy. That's the same with home loans, deeds, land titles, is that people lose them, but there's a replicate made. With blockchain, it becomes impossible to replicate the master copy because you're checking it in and out of this digital vending machine in the computer cloud. In the U.S. Library of Congress handles books that way around the world. Each book has a ISBN number, and each book has a bibliographical piece of data behind what you read, the author, the date published, and so forth. And that literally becomes the Dewey Decimal System as we used to know it, but much more sophisticated. And it's called the MARC code, M-A-R-C code. And that MARC code literally allows only one book to be on any one library bookshelf anywhere in the world. It's that simple. And it's been around for 40 years. And so that same concept is really what blockchain is all about. Taking the Internet of Things, putting them in a digital vending machine, programming the right way so security takes place and nobody can replicate that original copy. And that's what makes me excited, is that one day we'll all carry around on our smartphone the very documents that pertain to us. And there'll be one copy. But I checked it in and I checked it out, and nobody else can check it back in for me. It's got my record on it. I'm an ISBN number. Now, don't get over concerned that this is some evil thing. This is just a way to keep good record systems. Joseph kept good records so that people lived through 7 years of plenty, of course, and 7 years of famine. Good record keeping is what it's all about. So as I take a look at this vending machine that you see right here, what do people want from this? You can see my friendly animated characters pop out, and you can see those animated characters are literally telling you what you probably want. You want things instantaneously. You want things in the voice-activated mode. You want them within seconds, but you also want it across everything that you own. And that's really where the Internet of Things is headed. The blockchain becomes just a simple, upgraded version of the internet. Now, again, anybody out there that's a programmer, don't take offense what I said. I'm just trying to simplify for people instead of making it complicated where they don't understand. Blockchain has nothing to do with Bitcoin. And we encourage you to learn about blockchain because just like the internet in its early days, people could not figure it out. but it changed everything. And I believe that blockchain will become that same kind of metamorphosis of how we know information and how we practice or use technology around the world. Why? Because nobody believes what data they see anymore. Who's got the master copy? Who retracted something in a document or a statement? Blockchain removes all that. And again, it's much more sophisticated than that than underneath the covers, but at its highest level, that's really what it's about. How do we do life differently in a more secure way where people can't keep decrying fake news, false news, wrong information? And this brings things to a whole new level. You can look on the internet under my name, Michael Mathews, Mathews with one T, many publications out there on blockchain that help try to simplify this concept called blockchain. But again, it's this simple right here. Let's not overcomplicate that. And stay tuned for many different classes that Oral Roberts University, myself, speak at on blockchain.